Okay, Treasure Hunter Books Club, Treasure Hunting History. The book is Beyond the Map's Edge by Justin Posey, which is the book to find a legitimate, bona fide $1 million treasure abandoned somewhere in the western United States. I just got back from hunting it at my spot in Montana. When I got back, I was a little salty, and I swore I was going to give my entire solve just to help humanity. I'm having double thoughts about it now because, as Einstein says, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. And yeah, that's me. So I'll probably go back one more time. But since I said I was going to give my solve, I am going to give a lot of it. And with what I give you, derived from this chapter, you'll probably find the spot, and you'll probably see me out there if I do go back. So, but this is the last time I'm going to do this book for a while. I'm going to take a hiatus for now. There's no way my husband's going to go back to Montana with me in a long time. It's a long drive. So anyway, this chapter is about how when he was a kid, he wanted a pet raccoon. And luckily for him, there was an abundance of raccoons in his neighborhood. And so it starts out, he goes to the library because he has this book about, I think it's called Rascal, about how a kid had a pet raccoon. And it's funny because the librarian says something really random. She's like, this was written in 1913 and it happened in Wisconsin. Well, why did she say that? And I think she said he put 1913 in there because 1913, 1913, 191, Highway 191. You're going to take that north. And then the next thing he says it's like raccoons check borders at the state. That's a huge clue. Huge clue. And then next you're going to be looking for this rock. It's shaped like a raccoon paw. Okay, and that's going to lead you to a whole world of exciting things. Next thing I want you to do with this chapter is I want you to replace raccoons with treasure hunters, because it's so funny if you think about how Justin's watching the treasure hunters. He probably has us all named. He's watching us. He's watching how we're getting smarter every time. We're figuring out the ciphers. One of the Professor Pudge, he figured out the Tupperware. Why Tupperware? Tupperware has two P's. Raccoon has two C's. It has two O's. So I wonder if the cipher has something to do with double letters. But change the word raccoon with treasure hunters. It's going to be so funny when you read it. How we're sneaking in, and when we're walking out, you know, kind of with our tails between our legs, so to speak, and adjusting our glasses. Yeah, we're embarrassed or whatever, but the treasure was worth it. So it's just funny. It's a funny way to read that chapter. The next thing to think about is he fed the raccoons in a white bowl. So think of a geological feature, maybe a white bowl. When I was there, I was looking for a pepperoni or a pizza-shaped island, because in this chapter he has pajamas with a pizza slice on it. And I can tell you, the treasure's not on that island, or the yacht, or the 8. It's not on there. I've looked twice. I've grid searched this very tiny area, but it's not on there. There might be another little island in the area, but that was the only one that looked like pizza. So I think you're going to find my spot with the clues I gave you. So maybe I'll see you out there. If you find it before I do, at least give me a thumbs up. What else? Oh, and then his dad was St. George. He said his dad was like St. George. I don't know what that means. He said it was more about wonder than it was wisdom. So it wasn't wisdom, it was wonder. I don't know what that means. So this is jam-packed. Oh, shadow feet. Remember the rock feature I showed you with the raccoon looking foot? He said one of the raccoons climbed up on a peak. So that was very interesting. If you have the ebook, search peak. And then what else? There's one more thing I wanted to say about this. Hold on, menopause brain. He checks the flume every night. Is he checking his hashtag every night? Is that the flume? Oh, I know what I was gonna say. Shadow feet, 17 steps across the patio. So when you like cross the creek, do you take 17 steps in a direction? So switch raccoons with treasure hunters and see if he mentions any directions these raccoons are going. Are they stacking up? One's in a sink. Think about things like that. All right, good luck. Maybe I'll see you out there in my spot.